Namaste. Let's learn together. I'm just going to do 3 Oms. You can join in to connect us in with the universal energies. Breathing out, taking a long, slow, deep breath in. Bowing your head, palms to forehead and heart. Namaste. With gratitude. May the energies and the clarity and guidance and understanding be for everyone's highest good. Look what we made. We wanted to find a way. We got 2 coat hanger no, it's not a coat hanger. What's it called again? Clothes pegs, 2 clothes pegs and a chopstick with sellotape, so that we take it onto the laptop and then we can put the card on that we're going to read. We forgot earlier to do the tops and bottoms of the pack for the Reiki. The top of the Reiki pack was compassion, and that's the conscious mind. Today I will be kind to every living creature. Compassion. And the bottom, which taps into the subconscious, the right path. Yay. If you are feeling fearful, depressed or pessimistic, this indicates that something is wrong in your life or you are not going in the right direction. Whereas if you are feeling enthusiastic, optimistic or content, then you are on the right path, doing what you need to do, being who you really are. So we thought they were very fitting. I don't know why we forgot them earlier. And then on the yoga cards, on the top, which is very good because we had the cat spirit and Zendaya, that came out as we were talking to Zendaya through the window on our animal cards. And it's animal friend, time in, support. And that was the top of the yoga pack. And it's got the lion on the back. And we've got the Leo card, the sign which rules Leo, because Leos are rising our destination. Settle down and relax. Close your eyes and go inside. Breathe in love and breathe out worry. Imagine you are outside. The sun is shining. Birds are singing. You hear a rustling in the bushes and then a giggle. It's an animal watching you and it wants to be your friend. What kind of animal is it? Let it come close so that you can sit together and be close. This animal is wise and here to support you. If you have a question, a secret or a problem, you can share it with him. He will help you. Your animal friend loves you very much. And then on the bottom, the subconscious, it's partner yoga. Lizard on a rock. Relax, expand, recharge. 1, we connect through our toes. Kneel back to back. So you've got all the how-tos on the back there. 2, we become reptile and stone. Rock folds down over thighs. Lizard squats. 3, may I rest on you. Lizard places sacrum on rock. 4. I relax, open my heart and recharge. Lizard leans back across the rock. If you are uncomfortable, tell your partner and adjust until the pose feels good for you both. Your spine is in the middle of your nervous system, so it's important to warm up and be careful with each other. So yeah, that was the bottom and the top of the yoga cards. So we're just gonna let our beautiful animal friend Zendaya out. You go, darling. And rather than our own interpretations like before, we're reading from the guidebooks to get to the interpretations of the person that did the card. So we're on number 24, waning crescent 1, protection, which is the moon phase. So hopefully this will work. There we go. There's a little bit of a glare, isn't there? I don't know how to get rid of that glare. Shame, it's right in the picture. There we go, that's a bit better, isn't it? It's quite a resourceful way. So if I read the protection card from the book, number 24, these are the Oracle of the Queen of the Oracle of the Moon cards. The waning crescent 1, the first day after the last quarter moon. 24 made of patience and perseverance equaling 6. Unconditional love. Protection. Your higher power, however you describe this, is a loving and protective energy. You are loved and protected. Identify your fears. You can protect yourself better. Trust in yourself. And a phrase, an affirmation you can say, I am loved and protected. I am loved and protected. I am loved and protected. As the lunar cycle comes to the last set of crescents, in this case the waning ones, we know that the dark moon is close, and so is the fresh start of the beautiful new moon. Here is our chance to let go of our resistance, surrender and let go. To do that with confidence, we may feel that we need some support from the universe, or whatever we believe our higher power to be. That support can take the form of feeling protected from whatever might happen and helping us get the courage to release what needs to go. Witches and other pagan practitioners who use the lunar and seasonal energies are often asked to assist people with spells, techniques, and even talismans of protection. These darker moons and the dark moon itself provide a great time to create and cast for this purpose. An easy way is to plug into the earth, raise that benevolent and loving energy, and turn to the 4 directions, asking each direction to shield and protect you in your endeavors. Then, finally, connect with the moon herself, with you as a conduit in the middle, brimming full of power and confidence. Trust in yourself to do what you need to do. The companion stone or the metal is black tourmaline. So that's the perspective from the guidebook. I will take that back down, put that down there, back wherever it came from. I think it was there. And then, oh, we put like this number's number 28. So the magnets that are on it is 2 for the 28 for the 2, and then 8 for the 8. So that I needed they color coordinate the magnets, but they separated them into actual numbers related to the cards, which was cool. I thought they were very creative, the younger ones. So they're black. Find richness from the dark night, and this is from Inner Seagull's The Secret Language of Color cards. "28 black. Find richness from the dark night. Black is a color of protection, strength, and retreat, a gateway to new experiences, and a test of strength and resolve. Many people experience the dark night of the soul in order to gain wisdom and emerge for the better on the other side. Black dissolves the old so you can welcome the new. Receive divine wisdom and the gifts that have been buried deep inside you with the help of the black ray. Dark night of the soul. At some point in life, everybody experiences the dark night of the soul. Give yourself permission to connect to the black ray so it can guide you to the gifts which lie in shadow. Visualize yourself in darkness and ask for divine wisdom to show you what you need to learn from the shadow. Receive its gifts to strengthen your faith. Say, Divine Spirit, infuse me with the strength, wisdom, and courage to connect to and learn from the shadow aspect of myself. I'll repeat that last bit again. Say, Divine Spirit, infuse me with the strength, wisdom, and courage to connect to and learn from the shadow aspect of myself. And that's the end. It's on page 55. 55 is adventure, a double dose of change, 5. And that's the end. So I would like to add to that with so much gratitude. Thank you. So I'll put that one back. There's not many to read actually up here, because we're not reading them all. That's the main one, the Queen of the Oracles, and then it was from the Magic Spell Cards guidebook. We're reading Trust, and that was number 31. So you got 3 orange ones and 1 orange one, because orange is the opposite to blue. 31. I am safe, I am secure. In love I trust, my faith endures. They're better. They don't have glare on them, do they? So in the spell book, 31, trust. Trust is a major issue with people in our modern era. We're complex in our identity, so when we can be sure that others will be who they seem to be, that they'll do what they say they'll do, that they'll never hurt us. The truth is there are no guarantees, as we can't control each other, thankfully. But with this simple spell, the universe will help you by showing you it is the demon of doubt that sows the seeds of mistrust. And sometimes it is those seeds alone that destroy relationships and even create the conditions which give rise to hurt. Trust is also earned through deed working with word. So it is wise to observe for a time, then to grow trust as you would the most beautiful of flowers. If you have been chosen by this spell, the universe wants you to know that trust is also about letting the universe take care of you. You can't control everything, but what you see and believe in your mind's eye often comes to be in what we call the real world. You may have seen this amazing law in action within your life already. So cast this spell, knowing that its symbolic binding is as much about your attitude to life and others as it is about other people. If you have chosen this spell, you may be suspicious of a loved one or feeling insecure regarding another's affections and regard for you. Please work with this spell to let your ultimate trust be in the universe. Allow yourself to enjoy what the universe has blessed you with. Its powerful magic will work if you empower this magical ritual with the belief that it will work. Trust in the universe. It truly loves and supports you. Trust spell. You will need 2 long and curling chilies, gold thread, and a gold or scarlet charm pouch. Go to your sacred space. See a beautiful circle of gold streaming all around you. Take your 2 chilies and gently but firmly bind them together with the golden thread. Chant 3 times. I am safe. I am secure. In love I trust. My faith endures. I am safe. I am secure. In love I trust. My faith endures. I am safe. I am secure. In love I trust. My faith endures. And for us, we'd actually be doing, we are safe, we are secure, in love we trust, our faith endures. Place the chilies into your pouch, and then, with your circle of light still about you, place this pouch beneath your bed, where you will keep it for 7 nights. Return to your sacred space, and let the golden light shimmer, brightly sparkle, and then be reabsorbed back into the magical, wonderful universe. We've got our yoga online retreat this weekend, and it's a dark moon for making wishes, so we might do that over that time. We like that. Not had that one before. And then we don't have the patch of tarots. Put that one back. So that's all the cards that we're going to read out up on there. But we're understanding tarot more. So we've got the Book of Patch Tarot. We don't have those cards yet. We have ordered them twice, but they're not come through. They come from America, and it's too much for us, too stressful and too much for us to organise and sort out. But we were going to do this card, the Page of Fire. So in the Patch of Tarot book, they actually list it as the princess. So they have the princess for the page. Another word for it is the daughter. So you'll have the daughter, the princess, or the page. They all mean the same. I'm not sure what it is in the suits. If you do the ace, diamond, hearts, and spades, they all relate to suits of the normal pack of cards as well. So there's the card, Page of Fire. So yeah, in the book, and fire relates to wands. So it would be the princess, the daughter, or the page of wands, fire. We've got it in the book here. So here's the book, picture of the patch tarot there. So the Princess of Wands, the upright key, enthusiastic, the reverse key, hedonistic, astral signature, earthy aspect of fire, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo, the tree of life, the Malkuth in Atzilith, affirmation, I love what I create, and I create what I love. We love what we create, and we create what we love. You love what you create, and you create what you love. We do. We're very happy with this. Keywords. Energy. Yes, because this is the language of energy. It guides us. Keywords. Energy. Enthusiasm. Passion. And our question, what ignites our passion? Manifestation. Fuel. Brilliant. Daring. Grounding. This is so perfect. And it's the very young one as well. So it's the inner childlike qualities that do this. Micro description. The Princess of Wands ignites herself with the power of her will alone. She explodes out of the flames with joy and delight, showing the purest enthusiasm and beauty. So that's like in this picture, obviously, that he's describing. Because actually, I didn't notice this before, but there's a black and white tiger laying down here hidden. It's amazing how the bounce word here related on to the reading that they did of the Kuan Yin card. And the Kuan Yin was here, the mother tiger or something. But she's looking very calm and still, but she has all this energy coming up here and going behind her and into a butterfly flying off. And there's another butterfly there. And this purple light energy down here. There's all this glowing purple light energy about her. So that reminds us of like the rainbow electromagnetic field. And she's very calm, considering, rather than bursting out like this one in the book. She explodes out of the flames of joy and delight, showing the purest enthusiasm and beauty. She is passionate and daring, responsible for the actual materialization of the physical flames in this. She is the fuel of fire. Micro reading. The Princess of Wands is an invitation to take your spiritual will and ground it into something physical. She embodies the earth aspect of fire, and being the inspiration within, fuels the continuous burning of the flames. This card depicts enthusiasm, joy, and violent passion, though also the tendency to forget about current desires as new ones come into sight. This is observed in nature as a fire who consumes a fallen tree, only quickly to move on and consume more of whatever it can all around it. Description. The Princess of Wands raises her wand over her head and touches it down to the fuel on the ground, igniting the wood with tremendous force and sending her body into an inferno of creative energy. Out of the wand erupts the fruit of life, demonstrating the actual results and manifestation of the creative will as it appears on the physical dimension. The fruit of life, invisibly, contains the seed of life within it, bearing the keys and ingredients for the next cycle of creation. In her face, joy, she is getting everything that her heart desires, and fully engaged in the experience of knowing the higher spiritual energy come into crystallization in the physical realm. She is naked, demonstrating that the chemical reaction can only take place when the element is freely able to combine with its partner. Thus, a subtle reference to the Prince of Wands is also present, in that the fire itself cannot burn without air to combine with her fuel. Ultimately, the Princess of Wands encompasses that irresistible chemical attraction between two ingredients that immediately take new form when they fuse. Using the card as an example, when heat and fuel are applied at the right levels, they cannot help but immediately fuse and explode into fire. This process itself is what the Princess of Wands embodies, or the Page of Fire embodies. She is the fuel of fire itself. Astrologically, the Princess of Wands, the Page of Fire, is connected with a quadrant of signs: Cancer, Leo, and Virgo. This gives her a number of traits to work with: deep emotional reflection, a bright and shining personality, and a focused analytical mind. So the Cancer is a deep emotional reflection, Leo is a bright and shining personality, and Virgo is the focused and analytical mind. Being that the princesses rule larger quadrants, or the pages rule larger quadrants on the celestial wheel, she is also connected to the 2, 3, and 4 of cups, the 5, 6, and 7 of wands, and the 8, 9, and 10 of discs. Together, this describes her emotional flourishing and abundance, her burning passions with fire, which spiral around the struggle of keeping the fire going. By the 5 and 7, which relates further to her needing fuel to keep going, and her grounded, tangible energy of the earth, bringing the fire of her passions down to the physical plane. On the tree of life, the Princess of Wands is connected to the Malkuth, who is fully grounded in the material plane. In this, she represents the earthly aspect of fire, the fuel of fire itself, and the need to fuel up in order to keep going. It also speaks to being a light in the dark, for on the physical plane, fire is, along with water, one of the only inert natural substances that appears to have a life of its own. Interestingly, though, in order for fire to burn, it has to consume something which also at the very least was alive at one point, which shows the natural life and death of the natural cycle of Earth. On Earth. Reading. The Princess of Wands, the Page of Fire, invites you to experience your passions fully and take your love as far as it can go. This card is about the grounding of your spiritual will. Don't take no for an answer and see your experience through. Make it happen physically. The Princess of Wands, Page of Fire, combines the physical properties of earth with the spiritual properties of fire, suggesting the subtle flames which are liable to burst the moment it has the opportunity to. However, it lacks the flow of water and the tempering mind of air, and thus she can be self-indulgent, focusing only what she is burning at any particular moment, and once the fuel is used up, quickly moving to a new source. Apply this idea to yourself and see where it brings you to. The Princess of Wands, Page of Fire, is an enthusiastic conceptualizer, yet simultaneously she is introverted and intuitive, allowing thought and perception to be fully applied in her actions. This may indicate an aspect of yourself that needs resolution, or an individual external to you who holds the keys to the door you are seeking. As usual, it is both. Which comes first, however, is up to you. In many cases, the Page of Fire, the Princess of Wands, can describe a spiritual breakthrough, the point at which there are new results of manifestations in your life, which trigger an aha moment, and things start moving differently from here on. In this, it also can mean to imply the overcoming of our own struggles and challenges, and keeping our inner flame burning bright and strong by the power of our experiences in our life stories. The Page of Wands, the Princess of Wands, the Page of Fire, the Princess of Wands reversed. The Page of Fire, the Princess of Wands reversed, describes a hedonistic personality. If you consider the fuel of life as being this character who takes joy in fueling her spiritual passions, then in the reversed form this describes a character who now embodies a pursuit of her own pleasure, and may not stop in adding fuel even when they no longer need it. This is an incredibly destructive force, causing damage and loss to everything it comes into contact with. It also can be quite arrogant, as the Page of Fire, Princess of Wands, can become solely focused on what she is doing in the moment, and forget about it the moment something new comes along. There are no true feelings here, just an unrelenting push towards overbearing consumption until there is nothing left to consume, and still she is left feeling empty. Well, that's not very self-sufficient, and that's what we aspire to. To turn this reverse card upright, we must face the part of ourselves that is attached to the material pleasures which we are addicted to. By doing so, we can begin to releasing ourselves of these addictions. This may not necessarily be an easy thing to do, but it will yield tremendous benefits in the long run if we begin addressing these parts of ourselves now. This may relate to food, video games, lust, drugs, or any other physically addictive thing. Even behaviours which stem from ideas about who we are and why we are here, yet are purely born from the ego. Personal notes. So this is like his personal notes from the Book of Patch. This card just makes me smile. When I was first envisioning it, I'm just going to show you the picture again. There's the picture again. Princess of Wands, the Page of Fire. This card just makes me smile. When I was first envisioning it, the idea of fuel of fire was a very big part of it. She has to be physically burning in some capacity. Then I had the idea that she actually was igniting herself, sharing this perpetual loop that she created for herself, which started first the ignition of herself, or the fire that allowed her to exist in the first place. Get it? It's the chicken and the egg. She is also the first princess I redrew after her first appearance in the Ace of Wands. This time, however, she was the focus of the card rather than the focus being the wand she was holding. I think the joy on her face probably has to be the best part about the card, though because it really speaks to her character, you have to imagine if fire had a personality, what would it be like when you added more fuel to its burn? I would think it would be pretty excited about having more to consume. Wouldn't you agree? It's like the calcifier from Howie's movies, Moving Castle. He loved to get more wood to eat. So I don't have the actual guidebook for these. I thought they were the big ones coming, but it was the small ones coming. So we're not going to read anymore. We're just going to read them. Otherwise, we'd end up reading. So, for instance, in this card, they call it the Mother of Wands, which would be the Queen of Wands. or the Queen of Fire element. We are going to go on to, we've got excited, so in these ones here we do actually have, this is the tarot, Wild Unknown Tarot, and we've got the big proper pack of that coming, so we've got the guidebook coming. So we'll actually have the guidebook to read out the artist, the creator of these cards, their personal interpretation. So in Let's Learn Together on Tarot, we'll only going to do Major Arcana to start with, and we'll pick a card out for that reading. Obviously, when we get through them, the card might come out twice, and if the card comes out twice, then we'll pick a real card to go with it, and then we'll pick one from the number packs as it goes on. But what we'll do is, so for instance, if we were to get the Empress, we'd read the Empress from this lady's perspective with this card, and then from our Osho Zen pack, we'd get the card of the Empress out for that and read it from that book. We've got the Flower Fairies, which is a very brief description, but we'd read it from that one from the Empress. And we have our Indian pack, so we'd read it from that one as well, and we'd read it from this. So I think we're going to end up doing, because we're in the 6/6 portal, we're going to end up, and it's a minimum of 6 perspectives to get out of the duality of the world. So we'll read it from 1 to, I think I just mentioned 4 or 5 there. So that we've got like the different perspectives of all of them, and that's what our Let's Learn to Tarot will be. And it will grow on from there to show the different perspectives of the artist's creator of artwork, the symbology, their interpretation of the card. Oh, and we'll have the original, we've got an original tarot deck coming as well, so we'll have the description from the original Rider White tarot as well coming up. We forgot, it's amazing the numbers on this. We have literally, I've written it down, we have the 228, and then 28 came up here as well on the knowledge card. So we had 2 28s, which equal 10, which equals 1. So we had 2 1s. On the bottom of the deck that we were showing, so on the bottom of the deck of the Wild Unknown, we had that one. And on the top, which is the Emperor, number 4. And on the top, we had that one, which is number 6. And that's the Roman numerals. So they mirror each other. 6 is a V1. And 4 is an IV, so it shows you the difference in that. But underneath that, we had the Fool. Can't see it there. The Fool card, which is a little young childlike duckling about to jump off a branch, take first flight. And it was interesting because we noticed that afterwards. But of course, the message in the card that came in, jump, trust, and obviously that trust card came out, so it's trust, take the Fool energy and jump is what we said. I don't think we said trust. And then that card was underneath, so I thought that was very fitting. And we literally had every number bar 2, but underneath the Fool, because we did like basically 4 cards under, where this is only 3 cards under, but we had the 2 of swords, and there's another eclipse sign in there as well. Like that eclipse there. Of course, we've got the eclipse energies. So they were the 3 cards underneath the World Unknown. We then have 3 3s on the board. So we've got this 3 of cups, 3 of swords, and then the Empress, which is a 3. But we also had 2 more 3s. That was it. You have the underneath the Colourology packs, you had that one 39, and that adds up to 12, which equals 3, and that's developmental clarity purple. And then you had on the Good Tarot, which is the one we just read out, that was on the top, which is the conscious. The King of Air was on the subconscious. Then you had the 5 of air and the 3 of fire. So that meant we haven't gone down no more than 4, because 4 is our number, and 4 is the number of Mother Gaia, and the number of 2D perspective of a square, which is a shape for the root chakra, which is structure and foundation, strong foundations, and your root chakra needs to have strong foundations and be aligned and at a healthy rhythm for the other chakras to be aligned above it, like the foundations of a building. And we've just come out of feet, actually. We were in Pisces feet, and we've gone into Aries, and the feet are the foundations of your body. So we've actually got 5 3s in totals, got 5 5s. So I don't know if there's any 5s on the board. There isn't any 5s on the board as such, but the bat spirit, which was the top card of the animal spirit cards, is a 5. A rebirth is due. The bottom card of the Colourology was 41, overcome your challenges, which is 5. The top of the magic spell cards was a 5. The bottom of the magic spell cards was 41, again, like the colours, which is a 5, imagination. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Where was the other? Oh, yeah, and the 5 that's in that one. So there's 5 3s, 5 4s, 5 5s. Oh, no, that's the 5 that we've just done. We haven't done the 4s. On the 4s, that was it. There was the Emperor, which is a 4. The 4 of Swords on the board. 31 equals a 4. There was the 13, which equals a 4 backwards. Oh yeah, and the Sun card, which is another 13. So you've got 2 13s there and a 31, and they all equal 4. So you've got 5 4s, 5 5s, 5 3s, and then you had 3 6s. So there's the 6 there. 6, which is the Lovers on the board, and the protection card adds up to 6. 3 7s, because you had the 16, which is rebirth. You also had another 16 underneath the brown bear, which was Coyote spirit, trust in the divine. Brown bears take time out. So there's 2 16s there. They equal 7. And there was also the 7 number for wisdom. So that was 3 7s. 3 8s. The Cayenne card, which was 35, build your confidence. That was on the top conscious of the colour pack. And then if we do the going 4 down like we have on the others, underneath it's amazing how the colour cards and the magic spell cards, you had 35 again. Victory, I shall celebrate and I shall rise. I will let victory make me wise. And 44, new beginnings. Let this magic in my spell clear the space in which I dwell. So there's 3 8s. And 1 9, which was the bear card, which we showed you. So yeah, 2 28s, 2 35s, 2 44s, 2 13s. Where's the other 44 then, if there's 2 44s? I don't know. But anyway, we thought that was interesting. So yeah, the way they did the cards and the numbers, we were very happy and very proud of them. And we just thought we'd read out from the books and continue on with the Let's Learn Together tarot. So I'm not sure when they all unfold, but it'll unfold during the week and stuff as things progress. The Moonology, the moon card readings, the new moons and the full moons will be done every fortnight-ish on the new moon and full moon, or roundabout before or after. Let's Learn Together tarot, which will also include maybe a bit of astrology, obviously with the Book of Patch tarot book. And we might even down the line end up doing Embrace the Child Within for the adults, and to bring your kids involved into it as well, do a Let's Learn Together interactive with the child yoga and with the kiddies yoga, so that we learn how to incorporate that's it, the animals with the yoga, with words, and also sounding. So what we were looking on this is there's lots of birds, and b comes up because they've got birds here, you got birds here, birds in the 3 of cups. So bird starts with a b for b, but also ends in a s. So the words s is very important, because you've got a snake, and then you've got a shark, shark, goose, goose, that's a s at the end, and birds. So the s sound was very important. But when you're cleansing your liver using only your voice, you go shh, shh, which is like the shark. So there was the shark cooker sound, because snake cooker. So it's the overlappings of the sound with the speech therapy and the animals and the words. So yeah, it was very fascinating seeing the interconnectedness of the words, the language, the numbers, the sounding, the yoga postures, the movement. So I found this whole process very fascinating, and considering after the emotional challenges last night, all for the better, waking up this morning in the space of energetic space we were in that was horrible, to the processes and tools that we've used to navigate that. We've already watched this one back twice, and we've watched the Kuan Yin one, which was beautiful to watch and do our breath work to, and to do the mantra. It's been really, really powerful and really, really healing. So yeah, I hope anyone else that's watched them has learnt some stuff and will embrace the adventurous journey of self-discovery and the language and interconnectedness and multidimensionalness, whatever that word is, of energy, and learn and grow together with us, and embrace this fun shadow dance of life, from the internal childlike mind perspective of play and joy and fun, remembering that the energies and measurement of fear, when looked at in pictorial form, is the same as excitement, as bursts of red and fire. So have a lovely, beautiful evening, and we'll see you next time we see you for Let's Learn Together with ShintoSE's. Namaste.